Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. And today we are going to check out the main differences between Windows 11 Home Edition and Windows 11 Pro Edition. If you just managed to assemble your computer and probably you are wondering if you should go for 11 Home Edition or Pro Edition, this might be useful for you. Or if you are just curious and want to check out which differences there are, then this video might be useful as well. Now let's start talking about some prices and different type of licenses before we go to the differences between the Home Edition and Pro Edition. If we go to the Microsoft website, we will find at this moment the Windows 11 Home Edition for 145 euros and the Pro Edition for 259 euros. On the other hand, if we go to a platform like B&H Software, which we have used quite a few times right over here on the channel, it's a platform that it's tested, and we can find at this moment of the recording the Windows 11 Home Edition for $15 US and the Pro Edition for $22 US. And yes, it's a platform, as I said, that we have tested. We have purchased keys, we have activated Windows. I've got almost all my machines activated with keys from B&H Software, so I have no issues at all in recommending. But you might be wondering, hey Robert, why is that a huge difference in terms of prices? And that has to do with the kind of license that we are acquiring. On the Microsoft website, we will be acquiring a license that it's not binded to the computer that we activate the license. And that just means that I can activate the license on this machine today, and in 2 or 3 years I can just sell the machine or give the machine to someone without the license and then use that license on another computer. So I can use the license in several computers, one computer at the time, no more than one. On the other hand, B&H Software sells keys or licenses that are OEM, and that just means that the license will be binded to the computer that we activate. So in 1 year or 2 years, if I upgrade my motherboard, basically I will need another license. So Windows 11, as we have seen here several times, in my opinion, it has some really nice features compared especially with Windows 10. It has a lot of new things. For example, the snap layout is really nice in my opinion. It has multiple desktops. It has the integration with the Teams app, a section with widgets, with the weather, the traffic, news, calendars, and so on and so forth. It also has specialized support for gaming, but in terms of feedback right over here, I will have to stay on the middle ground, because gamers on one hand, although they have more support on Windows 11, they still prefer Windows 10. Regardless of that, the new user interface, it's really nice. So in my opinion, great. All this is present on Windows 11 Home Edition and Windows 11 Pro Edition. The differences will start on the minimum requirements. We will need a computer with one CPU, at least with 1 gigahertz and 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of storage. On the other hand, on the maximum limit, the Windows 11 Home Edition will be able to have a maximum of 1 CPU with 64 cores and 128 gigabytes of RAM only. I mean, only 128 is a lot. Windows 11 Pro will take a computer up to 2 CPUs with 128 cores and 2 terabytes of RAM. And here it is just a huge amount of RAM. Honestly, I never used so much RAM. I was able to max out 64 gigs of RAM. Probably I will be able to use 80 or 90 using After Effects, which is a software that is complex in terms of a lot of stuff. Let's not waste time, but 2 terabytes. Wow. The second difference is that it comes with Sandbox, and Sandbox, it's a really nice tool. It's basically a way that we can, in a very simple and easy way, virtualize our environment. It will allow us to run an isolated version of our operating system, really simple and intuitive, and it looks like virtualization because it is virtualization. We will be able to try any application. We will be able to open an email attachment that we are not sure where it came from, and we can open it up without affecting our main machine. Now, one of the things that I really enjoy here is that when we close up Sandbox, it will reset the machine. It will close and clean everything. So if we install a lot of apps and we download a lot of stuff, yes, everything will be erased and cleaned up. And that's one of the great things about Sandbox. Talking about virtualization, the difference number 3 is HyperV management. Windows 11 Pro comes with this tool, which is really nice in terms of virtualization. It will allow us to create multiple virtual machines. So if I want to try Linux, if I want to try an older version of Windows, for example, and other operating systems, I can just build a few virtual machines in this particular case, and then I can use them inside my main machine without affecting my main machine. So this will be several virtual machines that will be isolated on their own. So anything that I open, anything that I install will be inside that virtual machine. If I delete that with virtual machine because there's a problem with any of the softwares that I did install, that virtual machine will disappear and the problem is gone. Now, unlike the Sandbox, over here, when we close a virtual machine and open it up, it will function as a computer inside the computer, so it will not delete anything. We can install apps and keep installing and everything will be all right when we close and open that virtual machine once again. Now, we have used virtual machines right over here for a lot of stuff, including Home Assistant, and that brings me to one of the solutions to this particular case. If you want Windows 11 Home and you want virtualization, there is, for example, VirtualBox, which is free and it's great in my opinion. I've used quite a lot, and it will solve this issue right over here of Windows Home Edition not having the virtualization options. Next, we have the remote desktop, and remote desktop, it's available on Windows 11 Pro. It will allow us to connect to our computer that has the Pro version installed from anywhere in the world with other computer. On the Windows 11 Home Edition, we can connect to a Windows 11 Pro Edition machine running the server edition, but we cannot access to a Windows 11 Home Edition computer. So Home Edition, it's only client side. Pro Edition, we have the client or server side as we want. Now here, like previously, we also have some solutions on the market. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. Probably the one that it's most common to us is TeamViewer, and if you don't know it, just search on Google. It will be very easy to find, and you can install on any computer, regardless if it has Windows Home or Windows Pro, doesn't matter. Now, the next difference, which is the fifth difference, is Bitlocker. And Bitlocker is the ability to encrypt our drive data. So in case I lose my laptop or in case I get stolen, my data is secured because it will not be able to be accessed. Although I lost everything, no one will access my data. And this, in some particular cases, might be very useful. If we have enterprise or our company information on the drive, we don't want to give that to anyone. The Windows 11 Home Edition also has some encryption tools, but not as many options as the Windows 11 Pro. And finally, on the sixth difference, there are quite a few tools for company management. And for example, Azure Active Directory, we can create some domains, and we can do a few more that to us probably are not so relevant, but might be relevant for someone that is managing a company. But in my opinion here, being really simplistic, if you're not missing that feature and if you are not looking for any feature in particular, then probably you are not needing it. So in conclusion, my opinion is that for most of people like me, probably you, Windows 11 Home Edition will be the best choice. Regardless of the licenses, if you get from Microsoft at 145 the Home Edition or 259 the Pro Edition, or if you want to save some money and go to B&H Software, for example, and get the Home Edition for $15 and the Pro Edition for $22 or $3, then I will leave a link down below so that you guys can check out, and you will have to do the calculations for yourself. Professionals working at home or any office, and they are very targeted at the IT environment, then probably the Pro Edition will be the best choice, but it will have to evaluate what they really need from the Pro Edition and see if it's worth it to get that version, or if it's worth it to get the Home Edition and then get a third-party software that will solve that issue. So hopefully this video was helpful in several scenarios, one of which is, out of curiosity, the differences between the licenses and the differences between the Home Edition and Pro Edition. And that is it. If the video was helpful, don't forget that usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.